One of the things I've learned over the years when it comes to strategy is that all strategies work. The big secret is that there isn't one strategy that is going to create success for you and one strategy that isn't. I've seen entrepreneurs use every strategy in the book, from launches to masterclasses to challenges to evergreen webinars to Facebook ads to it all works. But the thing that makes it work is not actually the scaffolding of the strategy itself, but the energy and intention underneath it. For example, two entrepreneurs might come to me, and both of them are looking to run a launch. But one of them is running that launch because deep down they're afraid if they don't launch something this month, then they're not going to generate enough cash flow, and they're going to run out of money, and they're going to have to shut their business down. And the other entrepreneur is launching because they're really excited to share something with the world. And they have this thing that they really want to offer that feels like it's coming from this place of contribution and impact, wanting to make a difference and help people. Same launch on the surface. And you could look at both those entrepreneurs and they could have the same set of tactics, the same launch sequence, the same number of emails. And yet the entrepreneur that's launching from fear will most likely not experience a successful launch. And the entrepreneur that is launching from contribution, from service, from love, most likely will. So if you want to know the right strategy for you and what you should be doing in your business, we have to ask deeper questions. Rather than staying on the intellectual surface, which is tactics and strategy, in other words, the scaffolding of your business, we have to go deeper. And so when an entrepreneur comes to me and says, what's the right launch plan? Or should I do Facebook ads or Instagram organic? The answer I'll ask them, or the question I'll often ask them, is what feels more expansive in your body? And what feels like it's coming from a place of contraction versus what feels like it's coming from a place of expansion? A great example of this was on our collective call the other day. A client of mine who is prepping for a live training. And she said, I've been thinking about running Facebook ads for this, but I'm really afraid that not enough people are going to show up to this masterclass. And I could tell that a big part of the reason why she wanted to run the ads was because she was afraid not enough people were going to show up. So rather than looking at the surface level strategy and saying, okay, well, here's how you should run ads, we took it one level deeper, and it was like, well, if the intention and energy behind you wanting to run these ads is you're afraid that not enough people are going to show up, then don't run the ads. Because that energy of neediness is most likely not going to create a successful paid traffic campaign. So what I believe is energetic discernment as an entrepreneur is the most important skill to develop. The ability to sense in a moment where your decisions are coming from, what is pulling you towards a specific strategy, what is pulling you towards the thing that you think you need to do versus the thing that you want to do or feel excited about doing. And when you're able to make choices from a place of alignment, in other words, choices that are not driven from fear, you start to realize that every strategy works. And it's not the strategy that makes it work, but the energy that's behind it.